So we've got our little scale here with our 50-gram weight, and we turn her on, and we've got 0, and we are reading in grams. So I put my little 50-gram weight, definitely got a good weight there, so good to go with that. So I take my little cup here, set it on the scale. We've got 1.82 grams. We're going to tare that so that we're at 0. We've got the new ammonium chloride. The old stuff is over there, so we're not mixing anything up. So I set the phone down while I put that on, but we've got 1.57 grams. We don't have a funky anything. It is definitely 1.57 grams of the new ammonium chloride that came. We're going to take that, we're going to dump that into our graduated cylinder. I'm going to thump it to get it all out, so I have to put this down for a second. Alright, so we've got our 1.57 grams of ammonium chloride in the bottom of the graduated cylinder, and we're going to turn it so that it's at milliliters, which is here, 500 milliliters. Here's our distilled water, and now I'm going to go ahead and fill that to the 500. Haven't finished filling it because there's a couple of big chunks at the bottom. So we're getting those chunks to dissolve. So we'll get those dissolved in a second. Alright, so those chunks are dissolved. We got nothing left down at the bottom, so we're going to go ahead and fill to the 5. So our meniscus is right at the 5. So we're looking good for that. And we're all dissolved. We got nothing down in there. We're all good. So this should be our 1,000 parts per million stock solution. So I've now poured all of that stock solution from the graduated cylinder to the quart jar, and I'm gonna pour it back just to be darn sure that it's good and mixed and I got everything out of the quart jar, or out of the graduated cylinder. Kind of swirly, get it out. And now that's all poured into our quart jar. So this should be our 1,000 parts per million stock solution. And now I'm going to run an ammonia test on that. Alright, so I've got this handy dandy little pipette thing. I've filled it up to the correct amount, but I'm using this to rinse, discarding that. And now I'm going to take up enough for my 5 milliliters, and I've got that there for my ready to add my drops. Alright, so I had to continue on in a different video, so maybe I can splice it together, but I've added my drops and I'm waiting my 5 minutes at this point. And since this is 1,000 parts per million, I expect this to be like super dark green after 5 minutes. Alright, so we are at 5 minutes, and as you can see, at best we're at 1 part per million. So I have no great satisfaction that when I go and dilute this, that it's going to actually work out for the dilutions like your 4 parts per million stock solution you sent me did.